Police officers serve a critical role in maintaining the safety, order, and justice within a society. They are tasked with upholding the law, protecting citizens, and preventing crime. The function of police officers is not merely reactive, responding to crimes after they occur, but also proactive, working to deter criminal behavior, promote community trust, and prevent violence. This script will take a deep dive into the purpose and function of a police officer, from their day-to-day duties to the broader societal role they fulfill. The primary role of police officers. At the most basic level, the role of a police officer is to enforce laws established by local, state, and federal governments. This involves ensuring that citizens comply with these laws and taking appropriate action when violations occur. Police officers act as guardians of public safety, ensuring that individuals can live in a society free from fear of harm or criminal activity. Their role can be broken down into several key functions. Law enforcement. The police are responsible for enforcing laws, including arresting individuals who break the law, issuing citations, and ensuring that offenders are prosecuted. Crime prevention. By maintaining a visible presence, officers help deter criminal behavior. They patrol neighborhoods, interact with the community, and provide education on how to avoid becoming victims of crime. Maintaining public order. Officers manage situations that could threaten the peace, such as protests, riots, or public disturbances. Their goal is to ensure that order is maintained without infringing on civil liberties. Protecting life and property. Police officers respond to emergencies and threats to individuals and property. This includes everything from rescuing victims in danger to investigating break-ins or property damage. Through these primary functions, police officers provide the backbone of social order, acting as the first line of defense in preserving safety and preventing chaos. Crime prevention and deterrence. One of the most important roles of police officers is crime prevention, which goes beyond responding to crimes that have already occurred. The mere presence of a police officer in a community can act as a deterrent to crime. This function is largely preventative and involves building relationships with community members, promoting awareness, and using intelligence to predict and prevent criminal behavior. Community policing. One major trend in modern policing is the concept of community policing. This strategy involves building trust between law enforcement and the communities they serve, making officers more approachable and involved in day-to-day life. Officers regularly attend community events, work with local leaders, and engage in problem-solving efforts tailored to each neighborhood's specific concerns. Preventative patrols. Regular patrols in marked police vehicles serve as a visible reminder of law enforcement's presence. Criminals are less likely to commit crimes in areas where they believe they might be caught, so these patrols are a powerful tool for crime prevention. Intelligence-led policing. Modern law enforcement has increasingly adopted data-driven approaches to prevent crime. Intelligence-led policing uses data analysis and predictive modeling to identify high-crime areas and direct resources where they are needed most. This approach not only deters criminal activity, but also allows for more efficient use of police resources. By focusing on crime prevention, police officers help reduce the overall crime rate, making communities safer places to live. The ethical responsibilities of police officers. Police officers are expected to carry out their duties with the highest level of integrity, impartiality, and respect for the rights of citizens. Because officers are given significant powers, including the ability to detain, arrest, and use force, they must operate under strict ethical guidelines. These responsibilities include respecting individual rights. Officers must respect the constitutional rights of individuals, including the right to due process, the right to privacy, and protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. Use of force. One of the most critical and controversial aspects of policing is the use of force. Officers are trained to use force proportionately and only when absolutely necessary. Excessive use of force can lead to civil unrest, mistrust, and legal repercussions. Impartial enforcement officers are expected to enforce the law without bias or favoritism. They must treat all individuals, regardless of race, gender, socioeconomic status, or background, fairly and equally under the law. The ethical standards governing police conduct are essential to maintaining public trust and ensuring that officers uphold the values of justice and fairness. One of the most visible and immediate functions of police officers is responding to emergencies. Whether it's a violent crime in progress, a medical emergency, or a natural disaster, police officers are often the first responders on the scene. They are trained to quickly assess situations, provide assistance, and coordinate with other emergency services like fire and medical teams. Examples of emergency responses include active crime scenes. When a crime is reported or in progress, police are tasked with securing the scene, protecting victims, apprehending suspects, and collecting evidence. In medical emergencies, police officers often arrive on scene before paramedics and are trained in basic first aid, CPR, and emergency response procedures to provide life-saving assistance. During natural disasters and public emergencies, such as hurricanes, floods, or wildfires, officers play a vital role in evacuation efforts, rescue missions, and ensuring public safety. They also provide logistical support to emergency services and maintain order in the aftermath. In all these scenarios, police officers serve as critical first responders, providing immediate and sometimes life-saving support in crises. Investigating crimes. Another key function of police officers is criminal investigation. After a crime has been committed, officers gather evidence, interview witnesses, and collaborate with detectives to build a case. The investigative role involves securing crime scenes. When officers arrive at the scene of a crime, their first priority is to secure the area to preserve evidence, collecting evidence. Officers gather physical evidence, such as fingerprints, DNA, weapons, or surveillance footage, to support a criminal investigation. Interviewing witnesses and suspects. Officers and detectives work together to question individuals who may have information about the crime. These interviews are critical in piecing together what happened and identifying the perpetrator. Investigations are a key part of solving crimes and ensuring that justice is served. Public outreach and education. In addition to enforcing the law, police officers engage in public outreach and education efforts to foster stronger relationships between law enforcement and the community. This includes school programs. Officers often visit schools to educate children about safety, the dangers of drug abuse, and how to interact with law enforcement. Programs like DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education, were established to educate young people about making responsible choices. Neighborhood watch programs. Police officers work with communities to establish neighborhood watch groups. These groups act as extensions of law enforcement by encouraging residents to report suspicious activity and take proactive measures to protect their neighborhoods. Public forums and workshops. Law enforcement agencies host public forums to educate residents on issues such as home security, fraud prevention, and self-defense. These events not only provide valuable information, but also give the community a chance to build rapport with officers. By engaging in community outreach, police officers strengthen their relationship with the public and create a more collaborative approach to public safety. Upholding justice and accountability. Police officers play a crucial role in upholding justice within society. Their work ensures that individuals who violate the law are held accountable and that victims receive the justice they deserve. This function involves deterring crime. By enforcing laws and maintaining a visible presence, police officers deter criminal activity, ensuring that potential offenders think twice before breaking the law. Arresting offenders. Officers arrest individuals who are suspected of criminal activity, ensuring that they are brought to trial, testifying in court. Officers provide testimony in court to support the prosecution's case, recounting their actions, observations, and evidence collected during investigations. In fulfilling this role, officers contribute to the overall justice system, ensuring that laws are enforced fairly and that justice is delivered. The vital role of police officers. Police officers are the cornerstone of public safety, fulfilling a wide range of critical duties. From enforcing laws and responding to emergencies, to educating the public and upholding justice, their purpose extends beyond simply arresting criminals. Officers must balance the enforcement of laws with ethical responsibility, serving as both protectors and community partners. Their ultimate goal is to maintain a safe, just, and orderly society, allowing citizens to live free from fear and danger.
Remember to like and subscribe for more video content. Sapiens Quae Vigilat.